Okay, hi peoples. So, running a bit late today. Stuff's happened. Okay, an hour and 48 minutes late today. Quite a bit of stuff's happened. Well, obviously, Cryptosporidian's in the area. I've probably got it at this point. So if I have to be right back, I apologise. Oh, bits. You can move. Right. Put that over there.
Being wireless.
So yes, I apologise for running a little late tonight, folks. That doesn't mean I will be running later tonight. I'm sorry. I try and call quits about midnight. It's mostly for my neighbour's sake. And of course, I haven't done the audio test, so I've just been mad.
I can hear you.
How can you hear me if it's muted? Right, so I've unmuted it. Quite curious as to how OG can hear me with it muted. Has it been working this whole time but muted and being weird? In which case, that's now worrying. What are you up to, OBS?
It could be I muted one mic but activated the other.
Nope, the other one's also muted. I've put them both together so I can see them. So I've had to speed eat my tea, which was a meal replacement soup thing. Keep that there in case I need to use it to mop up anything else. But yeah, so basically we had some pet drama. I had to get that sorted out. So that's that hopefully sorted for now until the cats argue with each other again. And one traps the other in a box. And some other stuff that's come up. But no point really going into because it's, you know, boring stuff. So, yeah, I'm running a little late. Need to finish the base of this one off. This is this one's actual base here that we've been doing. This is just a temporary base. I'll be lifting this off in a bit. That base, because this is a sort of semi-broken base that I use for, well, painting big ones like that so they stay stood up. Did I remember to put that on charge? Probably not. Where did I put it actually? The boxes don't go flying, which they're going to do. Thank you, boxes. Right. I don't want bad comments about this, people. Just because I don't have flashy tools like Mike Moans. I'm going to cry with my drill envy on Mike Moans. He has a Dremel. He has a Dremel. And I have a better wear engraver tool.
You just like holding the hand drill.
Sounds like it's going to work, but I need to make sure it stays in place. And there we go. So yeah, Mike Mouse has his fancy pants engraver, fancy pants Dremel for doing all this work, and I have a better wear engraver. I think that one's going to be the one for the job. So I use this for cleaning up. Probably the first time you've seen me use this thing on stream, actually. I use it for cleaning up attachment holes. Perhaps if I can get this in focus. So, yeah, I still haven't found some decent music yet. I am still looking into it, so I apologise for that. I'd also like to say thank you to Mike Moans yesterday. He was the one that got me my first milestone last night. So thank you to the Mike Moans crew and Mike Moans. A big shout out to them. Please make sure to go check out Mike Moans. Actually, let me just acquire the wireless keyboard a moment. Let me go and acquire the Mike Moans link. And I will also give him a Twitch shout out, although if you could, please drop by his YouTube and go watch his videos. It will help him immensely get monetized so that he can escape the clutches of Twitch monetization, which is currently perilous, and help him become more independent. And if you can, please subscribe to his Patreon. I don't know why it loaded up my own channel there. That's weird. Right, so go check out Mike Moans' stuff. I shall drop that in chat now. Hopefully this will post across to both chats through Restream. So please go check him out. And his stuff out, obviously. I believe he's going on holiday soon, so I hope he has a good holiday when he goes. I'll be dropping by his channel tomorrow if I've got some time. If not, I shall be silently lurking, for I am the queen of lurk. Let me see. Where did that tab go? I've gone and lost my Twitch chat tab, folks. I don't know how I managed that, but I've apparently lost my Twitch tab. I'm having a really, really weird day. I have Tech Wednesdays, now I have Drama Thursdays. Okay, so, shout out. We're going to put Mikey Moons. Username Mike Moons. So I won't be able to do someone else's shout out for an hour, but please go check that Mike out. He is a wonderful human being. Get that off my workspace again. Put it over there this time so I can reach it easier. Right, so yeah, he is a wonderful human being. I'm gonna move this just a little bit over the cam here so I can better speak. And I see spiders have been crawling in between my mic and my spit guard. Thank you, spiders. I may end up switching to mic 2, which is the one on my headset here, on the grounds that I do have a bit of a sore throat at the moment. I've got an upset tummy as well, thanks to Crypto. Yay, Crypto's Viridian that we weren't told about directly in Devon till this morning. Everyone else but Devon got told. Isn't that ridiculous? So I want to see if this fits a bit better now, because I'm having to do a little bit of clearing up, because what's happened is this shoulder pad here has slid down further while it was gluing, and of course I didn't catch it in time, so it's affected how it now joins. I think I can get him to do that. That doesn't look quite right. I think if I can get it to sit there, that would be much better. Don't want my hair all over it. I can get that to just sit there. It looks like he's just flicked an enemy off, but again, this shoulder pad is the problem. So I won't be affecting where there's detail, because we don't want to lose our detail up here. Luckily, I haven't really finished painting this one yet, so I can always touch up his paint. I have finished Courseway. He is now, at least for now, repaired. The random piece of cobweb or something that blew on him after I sprayed varnish on him. So it's been repaired. I was going to do some more highlights on him, but he's got so much detail on him, it's going to be a bit difficult to highlight him. He's very detail heavy, actually. Don't know if the camera's really doing him justice. I don't think it is. I think there's too much light. Hang on. Just flip that one upside down. And then blind you with that one in my main camera. I don't know now if that's not going to be too less light. We'll see when this I'm watching my own stream in real time. It'd be better if I watch my OBS. Windows projector, I can see what's going on then. So yeah, he's a bit top heavy on the detail, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy painting in the detail. And the only bit I've really got to finish is these little lion tails. Otherwise, he's pretty much finished, except for where I've got to do some washing to get the letters to pop out. You can't really see where I did the shade work on here now, where I did a sort of marbled green effect, and it's kind of gone to a uniform green, which is a little bit annoying, but it does shift with the light, so maybe I can leave it alone. Maybe. Yeah, for playing purposes, he's finished, because I don't want to be touching him too much, because this sword has had a habit of breaking. First I sneezed on it, it broke. Then he fell off the desk, broke again. Then he was in his box, it broke. And then yesterday I was getting him out of a box, he fell against another model, it broke. So he spent all of yesterday being glued with the new super glue. Hopefully that's worked. I'm kind of glad that he's a play model, not a competition model. Because if this was a competition model, I'd be fuming. Really be fuming. I'm already angry that he's gone wrong as it is. So we're going to put him up there. He got varnished earlier on today. Let's get my spot lamp back so I can see what I'm doing. Alright. I filed it down just enough on that. Position that properly. Yes, right, brilliant. So it's now going to, so it looks like from the actual viewable angle, that's where I'm going to have to really look at what it's doing. Okay, so yes, it is going to sit in place. That's good. Right, so we'll just tidy up the join. So it's ready for gluing. It's so much easier than using a file. Mike, you're a genius, just so you know. Because I got this idea of using this thing from your Dremel, which I still am in massive envy of. We need the other engraver now. Get out of there. Oh no, it's story of my life. I won't get too rude or lewd because we're on YouTube and we have to behave. That doesn't mean you lot have to, just so you know. Just have to keep it down to innuendos and not be plain. Except Ojin, you're not allowed to. Right.
I'm definitely staying quiet.
Yes, good choice. Stay quiet.
For now.
That should be a rough enough surface for it to... Get this bit out so that I've got the right bit ready to go when I need it. Put that there for now. I do need to work on this base a bit because, well, it's only really base coated with a few bits and pieces here and there done to it. We went for shiny red sand because we need to brush it over with some dust. And I need to do something about these bricks. They look boring. I'm gonna be blunt. They look boring. Alright, so weathering kits, which are in that box. Okay. Right, palette, which is basically the lid of my army painter with some kitchen roll. White palette can sit there a minute because it's in the way. Oh, it's less me to Citadel box of stuff. Now for my magic weathering kits. What have we got? Dark iron? No. Dry mud? No. Yeah, people remember when Forge World did these? I miss these. These are fantastic things. Let's move the light again so you can read it. So, yeah. Weathering kits from Forge World. Ah, here we are. Light rust. What else have we got? Aged rust. Faded green earth. Colour is that? No. No, too green. Right. Bone powder. What else have we got? Faded mud. Definitely not. So the muds can go away for now. We want to be playing with the rusts. So dark iron, aged rust, and light rust. Some dark iron, which effectively looks like iron filings to me. Where's my little spear? Here, spear. Right, so the box of assaulted tools and brushes. Sorry, not assaulted, assorted. Sorry. Ah, there it is, hiding. Come here. Basically, I think this is just a repurposed dental tool or something. They call it a sculpting tool, but everything about it reminds me of something from the dentist. While at the same time being a spear. This bit reminds me of a spear, but that's definitely a dentist tool at the end. Yep, more convinced that it's something containing iron filings. Thank you. Go. Oh. Right. Okay, so I've come to the desk and I'm missing an important tool set. I shall be back in a second, people, while I just rummage around my room. Brushes yesterday. Brushes. Now to get comfortable again, if that's even possible with turning into the prawn. still convinced these look more like iron filings. Now, if any of you are painters and pro painters out there, I'm always open to any extra tips. After all, like with everything in life, the skill set isn't ever a learning and evolving one. So I'm using tricks I learned as a kid, but I know that not all of them are possibly the easiest or even the best tricks in the book. So I'm always open to trying new things. It's another thing that pees me off in life is people thinking that, yeah, I know the best tricks in the world, so I'm not going to learn anything new. And then you watch them continue to make the same mistakes on repeat because they've let their ego get a hold of them instead of being open to learning. And all you can do is watch those types of people crash and burn, sadly. Yeah, that doesn't just apply to painting, it applies to all kinds of different things in life, obviously. Come on, give me back those little black bits there, thank you. And that was iron, wasn't it? Yep, dark iron. I think we'll just take it straight from the pot. It's right at the top here, look. Go way over there again for a minute because we won't be using it for a minute. There may be a moment where I disappear off screen for a minute with this model and its base, because I'll be going outside to seal it with a special sealant spray varnish. eliminate anything. This is because he wants it to look like it's been used, not just shiny and straight out of the factory. I am actually tempted to get the soldering iron out and melt a few scorch marks into it. But I don't want to be dealing with the fumes. That's why that's not happening. Mostly because I don't have a vacuum thing here to suck away the bad air and bring in, you know, vacuum ventilation system that some painters have that I can't afford. So when I want to do that stuff, it has to be when I can do it outside. And at the moment, we're sitting under a heavy thunderstorm warning. So if I do disappear off stream, it's probably because I've lost power. settle over there for a minute and then I can get on with these. I'm going to mix the three together controversially. I'm doing a little mix of stippling and actually dry brushing with this little brush, so that it gets into the gaps and gives us that really lovely rusty orange brown flavour sort of colour. And at the same time there's a little bit of black in there for contrast from the dark steel, or dark iron, sorry. I really do miss these weathering kits. Forge World should never have stopped doing them. And for those of you watching, they're probably thinking, why am I doing this accurately? Well, I used to do a lot of stuff accurately. Then I found, trust the process. The beauty is in the inaccuracy. Life isn't accurate, so why should your representation of something in life be accurate? Just trust the process and allow it to happen. The chaotic nature of the universe will guide you. Right. I think we could afford to have a bit more iron in that. Bit of stippling. So we want it to have that avian burnt ground look. After all, this is a 40k thing, but affectionately called 30k because it's Horus Hersey, not Custodes or any of the other renditions of 30k. My goodness, the chat's quiet tonight for all of you lurking. What are you all up to? What are you all working on to be lurking so quietly? That's nice and randomly inaccurate. Just a little bit here now. Yeah, too much. Because he's supposed to be the reason all that's on the floor. Next I need to clean him up. Where is it? I can return it to my toolbox. That's just typical. I am now missing a brush.
Number one.
I have two of them. I've got one over by the pepper plant, which has been used to sweep up ants. Because we had a bit of a problem with ants coming in and coming after my pepper plant and planting aphids onto it. So I had to do something drastic. And now, somewhere around this desk, there is a flat, wide, dry brush that has gone walkies.
Yes, that dry brush set that I got.
Yes, the old Citadel set. It's not in there. Right. How dare it? Yeah, we're now, what's it? We're missing a bunch of tufts. And now we've got a missing dry brush. Oh, yeah. Hey, Dommy. How you doing? And thank you for making me spit soup everywhere earlier with that funny meme. Spitting the soup everywhere wasn't a good thing. No. Because this camera here that I'm pointing at is the camera that didn't want to work yesterday. And then just as I was about to change out the camera, it worked. The problem was a Windows update, not the camera. No, can I have the ant brush, please? I know that other brush will turn up. It will turn up when I am not looking for it, because that's just what this house does. Top of the vivarium. In a glass. Find it?
Yeah, not here.
Nope. The only brushes that go into the red maple bag are red maple brushes.
Yes. It's meant to be part of this set, isn't it?
Part of the Citadel set, yeah. I'm just dry brushing the rusty effects that have gotten everywhere a bit more onto the...
Good not.
Yeah. Cat hair.
Like the sword got.
Yeah.
As you varnished it.
Not even our cat either. It's some tortoiseshell cat that's floozing around with our cat. Chat GPT 40 Omni Edition is free for 25 interactives per 3 hours, and it can read images and oh, okay, fine. Send me the link to that on Discord, will you, Dommy? I'll have a look at it later. So for those wondering, Dommy's a resident member of our clan. I haven't made him a mod yet because Discord and Twitch rules won't let me. He's our youngest member at the moment, so we look after him a bit, but in truth, I think he actually looks after us OAPs more than we look after him. Apple was younger than me. Apple Juice. Oh, Apple Juice is younger than you, is he? Okay. So we seem to attract the mature people for their age, as in they act more mature than they are in age, which is fine. Lonewolf Clan is a family-friendly clan. Just hear it now. All those 40k players going, they would never let their machines get this rusty. Well, newsflash. This is a battle-worn model, and it's not its rust. It's the rust of the stuff it's been destroying. It's just covered in it. I know Odin is going to want me to do the same to the other two as well. And probably the tank. I asked it to summarize textbook for notes, and it did it really good. Nice. That's what I like to hear, that technology is working for people, not against them. This is where I've just realised I haven't finished the guy's helmet yet, so we don't want to get in there with the dry brush. I've still got to wash down those lights as well. Yeah, hopefully blow off all the loose bits and hand it over to Oji to have a gander at. Is it rusty enough? Or do I need more rust? You can take it from me. He's not wet anywhere. Covered in dry brush, definitely. Stick under my light if you want.
Darker bits on the edge.
So you want even darker bits?
Darker, really dark, rusted bits on the edges. You know, like the where it's crumpled on the claws, especially, and here, the very tip.
Okay, so you want the
drills.
darker rust.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got aged rust. Right, plop him down.
He's right there.
Can't get this, I'm going to have to resort to aged iron. I think I'm getting more weathering on me than I am on the model.
That's the problem with the weathering, isn't it?
Yeah. And 3 A4 pages into nice. No, I don't want water everywhere. That would defeat the purpose of dry brush. See what I'm going to have to do here. She'll be right back, folks. Just need to do a quick bit of spraying to seal that into place.
Varnish.
Okay. Oof, sticky. Right, so we'll let the dreadnought dry for a minute. So I just had to seal that on with some
Varnish.
matte varnish. Wait, stay there. Yeah. Just need to put my finger on the stickiest piece of his body. At least he doesn't have a fingerprint on him, that's alright then. Be able to carry on dry brushing him in a minute without the layers I just did coming off. I have to do the same to this as well, so we'll put that to one side for a minute. And let's have a look at this guy who we're still working on. What do we need to do on him? I need to highlight his cloak a bit. Okay. We need to do that little bit there. Right. So dry brushes can go there for now. Spear, which is covered in stuff, can go there for now. Right. Just realised I don't have my music in the background, which you guys sadly don't get to hear until I can find some copyright-free, royalty-free music that's not going to come with YouTube hassle. Where did I literally dry brush on it? That's where I put it. Right.
It's one of those days.
Really is one of those days.
Oh, I do have some news. Inuyasha is coming out this year, remastered.
So Inuyasha's coming out remastered. I might watch it as long as I don't have to sit through the American sick boy.
No. It's completely remastered in 4 and 6K.
Yeah. Europa. Nope. Nope. Fantasy board gaming. Nope. Mando a Day. Yep. Because there's some really weird things on there I can listen to that I know what's on there. You lot are weird on the Lonewolf Clan one. Right. Still not quite fitting the way I'd want it to, so there we go. Found its seat there. Right. Silver. I'm not really sure I wanted. Thank you. I want to listen to Vodan, not whatever that was from Samuel. Right. Now I've got to try not to sing to Vodan. If I fail and I start singing in Mandalorian, I apologise. I know my singing voice is not as it used to be.
I'm always going to remember trying to do that in that book by Karen Travis.
Ah, yes. The one you're thinking of is Verda Werda.
Yeah. The entire clone troopers with the...
Yeah. The Verda Werda is the one where you have to sing it really quickly while doing a bunch of dance moves and hitting each other. While still singing the chant.
While Darwin was getting thumped in,
Yeah.
in the uppercut and so forth.
Now, I've just realised the mistake I made. I forgot to get my primer and prime that before painting. Let's hopefully it sticks. I am not singing the Dwarven song. You can get knotted, Kilo. I know that's you on the Lonewolf Clan. I am not singing it. No. For those wondering, the Dwarven song is the one about digging a hole.
Dig a hole and bury someone's head in it. You're starting.
I need a really light. This liquid green stuff, this is not the green I am looking for. There it is.
Not the droid.
Horrible, garish, goblin green. Well, scorpion green, but I think they call it goblin green now. Radioactive green, I would call it personally. Ojin calls it Asda green, but I honestly think that Asda green is a little less bright than that. Not by much.
I also like the Rage of the Shadow Warriors.
De Verda Werda.
That's the other name for it, isn't it?
Yeah, De Verda Werda, Rage of the Shadow Warriors. It's about vengeance. Anywhere spiders haven't been today. Eesh. Rave green, and how did you know it was me? How did I know it was you? Oh, let me think. Grimsy, who's the only other person with access at the moment, wouldn't be that mean. And I know it's not Ojin because he's not using Lonewolf Clan. He is on his own account right now.
Do you have the funeral chant on that list?
Pardon, Nogin?
Do you have the Mandalorian funeral chant?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And the Glory Eternal as well.
Yes, I do have Kote.
Kote. There are some.
He's asking me in English what Mandalorian songs I have got on the Mandoade playlist. Let me think. All of them.
That you could find.
All of them. Oh, Fluff. Oh, and I hate my housing. Oh, you as well. I got mine to back down about the bird's nest. They seem to forget who they deal with when they deal with me. I've been through hell and back so many times. Yeah, I might get winded for a couple of minutes. But when I get back up, there's going to be trouble. And they were trying to say, oh, we'll evict you if you don't cut that down. It's antisocial. And I was like, yeah, well, I'm not breaking the law for you. You can just wait till the birds have finished nesting and then I'll cut it. I wanted to cut it earlier, much, much earlier. But weather. I'm not cutting it in massive storms that we were having, one after another. It was nearly endless again this year. Let me get the green absolutely everywhere. Just certain highlight points. I also think they might have backed off because I put it on my stream. So I've publicly announced what the issue is. They don't like bad media. Hang on. Why is there a Lord of the Rings song on my Mandoade playlist? Shadows of the Ash by Gavin for the Lord of the Rings games that were out to do with the Wraith and the Ring. I've learnt more about washing machines than that. The older ones are tough. Yeah. I could say the same about tumble dryers. We only lost our tumble dryer that my mum had probably since the early 90s. It was one of the first hot point condenser dryers back in the 90s. It only just died last month because it got to the point where everything that needed to be replaced in it, although it could be replaced, was going to cost more than buying a new one. I don't normally advocate tumble drying, but when you've just got rain after rain after rain with storms and gale force winds almost every other week, you've got to find somewhere to dry your washing, especially when you don't want it lingering around in your house on air dryers, giving your house damp because your house is already falling apart because it was really badly built. Do you want to... Oh, they bite back as well. It's in Foxcom. I will have to read it after stream because, you know, obviously I need to keep a certain focus. I've got to get disciplined on that now. It's one of the reasons I've dropped voice chat during paint streams and single player streams. Is I'm losing focus, it's getting too chaotic. Folks, I'm just working on eyes. I think looks like it does. Yeah, it really does. It doesn't glow in the dark, but it looks like it should. It's called, well, it was once upon a time called Scorpion Green from Citadel. I have no idea what its name is these days. No, I know I've got Abaddon Black here somewhere because I accidentally put a green blob where I didn't want it. It's already dried, so I can't remove it, so I'm going to have to paint over it. Me and my brother wanted to go fishing about 30 minutes ago, but we don't have the batteries for our big oof. You can always get those cheap headlamps that you can wear on your head. They last for absolutely hours. No, fair enough. I have to read back up chat, actually. I've missed a bit. So where were we? Okay, so that's on Foxcom. That paint looks like it should glow in the dark. Me and my brother wanted to go fishing 15th. Okay, so not worth it. Headlamps are like 250. Lumus are 200. Wow! Dare I ask where you're looking for headlamps from? Not worth it. Mm, mm, mm. Yes. Sure, I don't know. It might be a bit big. What have you found, Ojin?
LED torch headlamp like yours from 18,000 lumens, £15.
So we can get them for 15 quid. Let me guess, Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, 2,500 one is £9.
Insight. I should have done this before I glued the backpack on. Ah! Really is going to be one of those days today. Okay. How are we going to handle this?
What do you need?
A piece of card that doesn't really have anything of anything. Or even a decent foldable piece of paper. What's this to? Right, can't use that.
Let me get you a bit of paper.
Just toss me a piece of rubbish paper, something that can be thrown away. How about under the black belt? There's an envelope. Anything on the back, please? On the front, right. Really, Dommy? Really? I know that was you. Although that is how I'm feeling inside right now.
Okay, now.
We're going to fold this time. So I have a way of pouring it in more accurately. This is just getting worse. This is like a wine stain right now. You're scared, Kilo. Once again, I am still rendered immune to jump scares because, unbeknown to you lot, I was actually playing Demonologist earlier today. I've been sneaking around teaching Ojin how to play it.
When the game doesn't bug out.
Oh yeah, when the game doesn't bug out. You're wondering where I learnt this skill from? Science lessons dealing with iron filings. I used to play with those a lot as a kid. Now I'm just going to be back because now I need a damp cloth. Actually, it might just be easier to take all this off this and take this with me and then run it under the tap and dry it off. That might actually be easier. So I'll be right back again. If there's a game that doesn't bug out, it's not Demonologist. Truer words have never been spoken, Dommy.
Dust.
Yes, most likely from all the dust of the weathering kits. Right, I return. Not perfect, but it's not going to cross-contaminate anything. How's this doing now? Interesting, it turned brown after I varnished it. Right, so I'm going to get more of the orange one. Got it. Aged rust. Oi. So a nice even mix of dark aged rust and light rust. Stippling brush. No. Where have you gone? There you are. Yes, my thumb has been strategically placed. Which means I'm going to get covered in more weathering kit than the model. While I gently tap this dust into place. Then I'll be nipping back outside again to give him another seal spray so that it stays in place. Hopefully it's not doing anything outside and we're still just in thunderstorm warning and not actual storm warning yet. Because we're actually predicted to have some pretty violent thunderstorms today. Right, back in a minute.
Back out there again. You ready to put the light on?
What's the process? Get this on him while he's slightly tacky. You're going to play sound alerts? I won't hear them for a minute because I don't have a headset on. The idea of what I'm doing here is it's supposed to look like it's rained it on him. Like a layer of dust. At the same time I'm trying to protect that marine's head because I haven't finished it yet. So I'll let him dry again now. These are going to need to go in the wash tonight, I think. Look at them. Again, I'm wearing more than...
And that's on the model. Yeah?
Yeah. Alright. Back to this guy. First game doesn't bug out, it's not deep knowledge, so I haven't missed anything in chat. Good grief, you lot are quiet tonight. What is going on that I do not know about? Ogen, you're old, so you're always tired.
I know I'm old.
That's not my wash brush, surely. No, it's not. Now I know I put my brush back in here last night. There it is, hiding. Tending to be a finer brush than it is. Look, you're a retired 8 brush. You're a wash brush now. It's just not watery enough for a wash. I might have to put a little bit thinner in my Dark Angels green contrast, because it's not doing what it's supposed to. Really? Art of War on Mando Arde. I mean, it's not wrong, but okay. I'm missing the Amiga games to see. Okay, I'm messing with the Amiga games to see how they play out for my retro games. Good luck with that. Okay, since I got one request over on Discord about the songs I'm listening to, here's the playlist link. Posting this into chat now. So if you want to listen to what I'm listening to, there you go. He's just in need of some... No, he's done. Right, he just needs his final varnish. He is actually done. No, definitely want the final one. In the words of Como Fett, what I wouldn't give for an Imperial bunker to melt. In this case, what I wouldn't give for a D&D model to paint. Actually, come to think about it, I should probably ask my little brother if he's on Spotify. It seems to me that his remix tunes should be, given he's a DJ. This one's starting to hook as well now. Luckily, I have several replacements for this one. Just because I replace it doesn't mean I throw it away. It gets downgraded a job. Sometimes maybe more than downgraded. But retired original brushes become brushes for other jobs. Wow, my bots have been busy. Just going to go check, make sure I haven't got a back read there. No, right, good. Might need to sort the timer of those out. So again, as with all my streams, folks, I'm always supporting charity, so check the panels below for the chat commands. I don't know if they work as well over on YouTube. I've never tried them on YouTube, actually. Elm Wildlife does keep flashing up through Botrix Official. That's one charity. If you're on my Twitch, I've got Dartmouth Caring, which helps vulnerable people around my area. If the link to the Lone Wolf team on Tiltiffy comes up, we are supporting Mind, Cats Protection, Macmillan. I'm trying to remember all 5 of them off heart. Mind, Macmillan, Cats Protection. I know there's 5 of them. I will have a look shortly. Let me just get this shield edging done so I can get the back done. Yes, I ask you support those charities instead of subscribing to me. I do not stream as a professional. I don't have my tax stuff currently sorted out because Job Centre and HMRC are being nuisances. Suddenly I need paperwork I didn't used to need before, and ID I didn't used to need before because my national insurance number was once enough. Now it's not. So there's more red tape in the way. So it's really better that I don't go professional at the moment. So that's another reason I keep shooting myself in the foot. But I would much rather you support a charity anyway, as they actually do need the extra help. Let's have a look. If I'm not mistaken, if you follow that link tree for the Lonewolf Clan, the charity's at the very top of the tree. So I can now tell you who we're supporting. Well, obviously, ignore the support me bit for the for mine. Give me a moment. So the one I actually wanted it to call up, but it called up mine instead. So ignore the Blackfox one because it's all on here anyway. Goes the Lonewolf Clan one. The links there show you the Tiltiffy team effort charity. So me, Grimsy, Yoki, and Kilo run around doing those. There's the Elm Wildlife fundraiser. So the 5 charities we're currently supporting on the team profile are Mind, Tursal Trust Food Bank, Cats Protection, and Macmillan Cancer Support. So it's actually 4. So obviously one of the campaigns ended recently. Gosh, ended. That's why. Okay. So to get to that, you go to this link, and that shows you if you can donate to any of those 5 that you feel like donating to. We deliberately put more than one charity because we know that some people don't like to necessarily support one particular type. So we've got mental health, food bank for those that need food, help with food bank. We've got Cats Protection for those that like to help with animal charities. And because, I do quite a bit of voluntary work with them. And Macmillan Cancer Support because, well, we've gone in my lifetime from a 1 in 1,000, well, actually 1 in 1 million to 1 in 1,000 to 1 in 100 to 1 in 5 to 1 in 2 in my 42 years of life of people infected by cancer. So it's now at current 1 in 2. And that's sad. And, so that means more families out there need support that governments just don't give out. Cats Protection are constantly overcrowded with abandoned and feral cats. They're also one of the few charities that actually help feral cats. So, do help them if you can. Tursal Trust help people actually put food in their plates if they're on some kind of benefit or struggling with cost of living. And Mind obviously helps with mental health. Elm Wildlife, which is the other charity helps our local wildlife here in South Devon. They're one of our biggest animal rescues for wildlife. Our next nearest one is all the way up in North Devon, but they don't focus on certain wildlife because they focus on the bigger stuff, which means then that the next rescuer for some of our wildlife is all the way up in Somerset, and many animals will not survive the travel up. They die of shock or stress by the time they get there. So not losing elm wildlife is pretty important. The founder of elm wildlife is so desperate to get this 400,000 target that he needs to buy the land and build property on it, because they need to build a whole new rescue, that he's actually going as far as to trying to sell his house. So any help we can give him would mean that he at least has a home to live in, plus being able to relocate that rescue and build a new whole facility for them. Dartmouth Caring, which is on my Twitch, they help elderly people and disabled people and other vulnerable individuals get support and care that they need. They are massively understaffed at the moment, so if you do live in my area, please consider volunteering for them if you can. As to the rest of you that live outside of my area, every, even a donation as little as £5 could help them do a lot. It helps them with travel reimbursement and other things that they help people with. So do consider donating to one of those charities if you can. If you can't, I ask that you do share our links, because sharing is caring. Getting these charities' names out there helps with these fundraisers, and it helps get the word around. And, even sharing is a big help. So don't feel if you can't donate with money, just donate a couple of seconds of your time and share. That's still helping in a very big way. So please consider helping out if you can. Okay, back to painting. I know the light is blinding. It's my headlamp for painting. I'm just waiting for minis to dry. I'd still rather watch these dry than watch Rings of Power. I will never call that Lord of the Rings. I am sorry. It breaks all Tolkien lore. I'm not against people enjoying it, but I will never call it Lord of the Rings. Yoki will DM you with charities near him. Brilliant. Tell Yoki to let me know which charities that I can get up on Tiltiffy, and I'll get it up on the team feed. I shook that enough. Oh, this is another thing I hate about Citadel pots. Aside from them having paint dry all around the edges, there's this stupid little plastic bit that's supposed to hold the pot open, but what it does is stops it closing. Absolutely hate these designs. I prefer the old pots, which were like that. Not now, thumb. Come on. Nerves are starting to go in my left hand's thumb. Still missing a piece of gold. It's still red and it shouldn't be. Come on. There. That will help a little bit. Although the main reason it's not closing currently is because it's got a bunch of paint around the rim. I'll have to clear that out. I need to do that. So where's my Seraphim Sepia? I still need to. The Seraphim Sepia's got it. There. It can actually close now. At least the washes and the contrasts don't give you too much hassle. Right. Now I've only got to do that bit, so the shield can't go back on until I've done that bit. Yep. Soak in that soapy water a minute so get some of that old wash out. Sorry if you're saying anything in chat. I am currently in hyper focus as I paint on these last tiny little bits of detail before I put his shield on. Oh, no, not now, Fun. Stop it. Can't really see the detail on that. That's fine. Oof. Consistency of clotted cream. Needs a much bigger shake. That's better. It's now paint consistency. Oh, now I've got the sniffles. Too much weathering dust up my nostrils, I think. Hate it when paint goes flat. Off that white bit. You have no idea how long it took us to get that white correct. Bad silver. Right. Hey, Blackfox, remember Axel's magic hammer? Are we asking how old I am here, Kilo? Because my first computer consisted of a very old Acorn. Pre-Amiga. It was on Acorn as well. I mean, my mum was pretty anti-gaming when the Acorn came out. The thing that won her over, ultimately, in the end, was the not the Amstrad, the Atari with Pong. And now this brush is splitting. And that is the number one. Of course it would be. I mean, currently the hardest brush to replace in the set. Right. The whole mat is not supposed to follow me when I'm picking up some little bits of water. Get them to come out.
You want a hand?
No.
Careful, you might take the cover sheet off.
Don't need that bit. Watch up. Remember, kids, use one of these responsibly. Find the one I'm looking for now. Too big. Ah, there they are. Come here, rubbish. Go away. Oh, still doesn't want to come off. Okay. Doesn't want to come off. Oh boy. So we'll let that set on him. Same time, we'll get his shield on. Right, super glue. Any tool carefully. Okay. I bet even the Dark Angel's headgear is more RAM, has more RAM than that. Am I missing something? I just overloaded a kickstart by putting 8. Keela, please make sense to me. Nope, Acorn as well. When you have flashback waiting on the game to load, no, I just overloaded the kickstart by putting 8 megabytes of RAM in. Lol. Keep up. Okay, yep, right. I bet even the Dark Angel's gear has more RAM than that. Do you want... Nope, right. Any tool carefully. Okay, I am entirely lost and confused.
That makes no sense.
Hoping that's where it wanted to rest. Yep, seems to be. Now I just have to sit here and wait. Yeah, a kickstart is OS firmware. Okay, well, when you say kickstart to me, I'm actually thinking Kickstarter. My brain moved on from old language a long time ago. Mine didn't, as I know one day I would need it. Was used on an Acorn, and yeah, I was probably 2, maybe 3 when the Uyghurs were out as a new thing. I think I'll have to double check that. I remember being very young and more interested in going outside, because I was of the age group where we weren't allowed to stay inside. Well, at least not for the first half of my age group anyway. Although I'm the last year of Gen X, I'm in the bracket known as Zennials. We're too feral to be millennials, and too cheerful and technologically advanced mentally to be Gen X. So I can now put him down and let him set. So I'll leave him alone for a bit. Let's go back to this guy. How did water get on him? He was all the way at the back. Just as I think I've dried it all up, I find another one. Any more? Right, so we're going to hand him to Ojin, because I know my light is slowly starting to die. He's got a few finishing touches to be done to him, like some transfers and a few little bits of wash and detail.
Yeah, like detail
on the rust.
Here.
Yeah, I've got to do his head and I've got to
These
get
bits
the
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, that is so hard to see that one. That one there.
Yep.
these bits here as
Like
well.
I said, it's still got some detail to go. It's the rust I want you to check out.
It's looking a lot better.
Just
Especially the darker bits adding to it.
every time I spray it, it turns brown. So I'm hoping that this time I've got it. Otherwise, tomorrow I'm going to have to go outside off stream, providing it's not raining, and be sprinkling it on him as we spray him from a distance.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. So you wanting the bits of red, you know, the red dust, red.
It doesn't want
lotion?
to stay red, it goes black.
No,
Red.
yeah, it's just gone straight brown.
I mean, I can get red and orange in there, but I've got to paint them in.
Yeah, I think you might have to, but that's a shame.
Speaking of orange, how bright of an orange have we got?
I gave you.
They're in the bag somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, this playlist. I know half the songs off by heart. I want to sing them, but I know I shouldn't because it will damage my vocal cords.
What I don't think of is every time I do the
Okay.
And also that flash shot from Rishi. So you get to meet her as well in that room. Yeah.
That's contrast. We don't want contrast. Layer. Too garish. We want bright orangey colours, not pink.
It's getting all the dust from grinding through buildings and
Yeah, well, I'm
and
hoping to get. Oh, for fuck's sake.
They're good for that, aren't they?
They really are. Handy random tool. Q-tips. Apparently, plenty of McDonald's places are open late at night. Well, McDonald's, I'm going to say this much. I hope you're damn well paying your staff well.
Doubt it. They probably pay their staff as much as Ubisoft pays theirs.
I'm sure they pay better than Ubisoft. Anyone pays better than Ubisoft who pretend not to be racist while being racist.
God. Sorry, but I see
I'm
that
sorry,
game
I am-
crashing and burning. As...
I am absolutely angry that they've picked one of the most least influential characters of the Edo era in history. Least influential. I mean, he was literally just a retainer, if that. And even then, maybe only in name only. And then they've got Noah, as they're calling her, which is she's actually No, who should have been dead long before the era they've set. So this leaves me thinking, right, so we can do cultural appropriation to anyone but a certain particular ethnic group. But everyone else can have their history changed to fit an agenda and narrative. I'm sorry, what? You know, you've followed every other culture up till now. Why pick the least influential, least interesting character of all of the Edo era.
It's ridiculous. I mean,
And he didn't even have that much of a major role in history. Yes, he's got a whole bunch of mythology around him. Yes, he did exist. But it's obvious that the only reason he was picked is due to the colour of his skin.
Yeah. I mean,
no other reason. And you can't get more racist than that. I'm sorry. Not only are we race swapping to fit an agenda now we're also going, oh no, we're going to pick the least interesting person who probably had the least amount of say and do or any influence on history, aside from a little bit of mythology here and there to spice him up a bit so that he wasn't forgotten.
Yeah. I mean, if they wanted any pairing that they could have picked off,
they could have gone with any pairing, like Akechi.
No, wouldn't be able to go with Akechi.
No, I'm just saying, like Akechi.
Yeah, should if they're gonna have someone like Hanzo Hattori, they should have been with Tanakatsu Honda.
Yeah, but it's Noah, as they've typed her name, is taking the place of a certain ninja.
Yeah. Or if they're going to have a samurai versus a ninja.
And also, that's the other thing. The guy they've picked to be an assassin wasn't even a samurai. If he was, he would have been given a family name, which he was not.
I mean, they should have picked, really, in my point of view, is the battle team, the clashes team, the ninja and the samurai.
That happened a lot later, though. It's out of that period. It's in the crossover period.
One during that period, which was very pivotal, which was Masashi Miyamoto against Kojo Saki.
Yeah, but even still, I mean, there's like a whole bunch of pivotal, history-changing characters in history in Japan, and we picked the least influential, least important guy because of the colour of his skin. I'm sorry.
Because you got
I do think he maybe could have been worthy of a mention.
Yeah.
Maybe even as a side character that helped you sort stuff out, definitely. I mean, the guy was a retainer. That in itself is an important role. But to have him as the main character and a samurai, which he was not, with a character who died, I think, 5 years previous.
I mean, the thing that got me was the young Japanese girl was in awe of him.
The young Japanese girl is No. You know, the one that ends up marrying Nobunaga?
Yeah. But that little girl that was being dragged by her daughter.
That is No.
That's stupid.
Yes. That's my issue with it. They're claiming to be historically accurate and against racism. And yet they're being the very opposite. I mean, I know it's not I know it's a fantasy game and all that, but you know they've stuck to some sort of history and ethnic grouping with each game so far, and they did well, except maybe with Valhalla. That was a bit strange, but
it's just on all sides.
And they did really well. And then this one, it's like, oh, let's do this. Can I just say something? Why can't we have an Assassin's Creed in mid-Africa? Or Namibia? Or somewhere else where it's predominantly dark-skinned peoples? If we want to go down that line, let's go celebrate it that way.
You know, that area? Morocco and that?
I mean, heck, why are we not covering the Moors of Spain? Those guys were dark-skinned. They were Islamic, so we'd be technically going back to Altair's roots. And they came up with some of the most amazing architecture. Absolutely amazing. Why aren't we celebrating this? I mean, that's an achievement and a celebration right there. They were awesome. Absolutely awesome. But no, we're just going to go with the least important person in Japanese history with a nice mythology because of the colour of his skin, and it's okay to hate on Asians, apparently. How's that not racist? And anyone that knows my ethnic origin knows why I'm finding it racist. Yes, I am, Kilo. I am on about the new Assassin's Creed. Is it Shadow?
Yes.
Yeah. We could have done hundreds and hundreds of different things, but no, we're going to insult Japanese people because apparently that's the thing right now. Insulting Asians and Caucasian people. Which is racist. I'm sorry, it is. It's racist. And making someone a token character to fit a narrative is also racist. I mean, we'd almost gotten rid of this, and here we are, making sure that everyone notices it more than ever to divide people. It's disgusting. But that's okay. Ubisoft's doing it to make a quick buck. How is that okay? Honestly, how is that morally okay? Yeah, any of the other lords would have been better. There's Mitsuhide. He was rather pro-justice. Another one. I'll remember him in a minute. We know him as the monkey.
Hideyoshi.
That's it. Hideyoshi Totome.
And
sorry, I've just murdered the name there. Toyotomi.
Yeah, and Ieyasu Tokugawa.
Ieyasu Tokugawa he was known as before he became Ieyasu, wasn't he?
Ieyasu Tokugawa was Hideyoshi Toyotomi's rival.
Yeah, I know, but he was working for him beforehand.
Yes, he was. He had a different name until he took Ieyasu Tokugawa.
Yeah. I'm going to have to brush up on my Edo period. I used to know it off my heart because my great-granddad would not allow me to forget his history. Because he left Japan to avoid being conscripted. So he left just before World War II. See, I'm not against diversity, but I am against diversity when it's diversity over reality or diversity over realism or diversity for the sake of diversity but not really diversity, just racism pretending to be diversity. It drives me up the wall. And what I'm currently seeing is racism pretending to be diversity. And we do need to speak out against that. And if I hear any nonsense that you can't oppress the oppressor, I've got another news flash. If you're the one that's saying everyone's being racist because you're of a racial minority, while you sit there and call people, I don't know, what's the term at the minute for white people? Oh, that's right, cracker. That's racist. The very definition of racism is discriminating and bullying and harassing someone and other hate crimes based on the colour of someone's skin. That is the definition. And I'm sorry, but if you are doing that in any way, shape or form, you are actually racist. Hello, cat.
His original name, Ieyasu original name, Matsudaya Takechiro. It's Nobunaga that told him to change his name.
Where is that horrible green?
As the green.
I'm sorry, but as the green is darker than that green. This is radioactive scorpion green.
I will send you to Jesus.
Stephen Heat. Taking a big risk here. Trying to save this tip. It's my one hair brush.
Get it dead straight again.
I wouldn't say it's way darker, but it is darker. Sorry for the long words. Where are we? That's neon luminescent. Yes, shockingly enough, Kilo, I know that word. I'd personally call it radioactive luminescence.
Meow meow.
Probably wants emies. If I'm getting Maybugs in the house, Cat, it's your fault.
Start and put switching the light off like that. Always happens when I give her food. In the morning or at night. She has a nibble and then needs to go outside.
Probably doesn't want the nibble then. She probably just wants to go outside. I'm still bug fixing my... Okay. So the paint came off. Going to switch up to gold again. Do I have a blue wash? It's purple, that is not blue. Get off. Right. Careful around the top, I've just washed it. I'm still not quite done with the rust markings yet.
Really smell the wash, can't you?
Yeah, there's no mistaking the wash smell. It is horrendous. While I've got him, let's have a look at. So we've got 2 transfers to find. Come here. Thank you. Right. That might be a bit big for that. I need one for his kneecap now to show his dark angels, apparently. And they've got it as a lion.
Should be a goal his kneecap already.
He's got a lion there, but he's got another one here on this white bit.
Oh no, it's not. It's
Just there.
2 keys.
No, round the side there. So you've got the Maestro one there, got his lion there, you've got 2 keys there, and then just on this bit round here there's another lion. It's one of these, but bigger. I'm just looking for the bigger version of that.
Find it in here.
Love to put one of them on them, but they're too big. One of them. You can see it on the main. It's this bit of the main that comes around.
You're looking for a black one.
Well, I don't have a black one. I have a red one. I've got a white one, or I've got a gold one. There are no black ones. Wish I had some small ones of them. Those would be awesome.
That's gone on the tank, that is.
I know they're going on the tank. I just wish there were smaller ones.
You know, like these.
Yeah.
They would be good on it on leg if you want one of them
That
instead.
fit, you reckon? Might. This shot, no. It's a little bit too big. Perfect. Good grief, this sticker doesn't want to come off. Ah, here we go, now it's coming. No, do not fold over. What does it do? Goes the wrong way up. This one. I don't remember putting Hoots Force on the Mando a Day one.
It's there.
Yeah. Come on. See you moving. Finally. No. Hate it when they do this.
Happened.
It's rolled over. It looks like the BBC One logo.
right, men, load your weapons.
Ah, yeah. Right, I've got to go get another one because that one stuck to my finger and, unlike the others,
It won't come off.
came off and tore to pieces. Blackfox is just finishing and will be with shortly. Let's see. What have I missed while I'm doing all this? Thaddeus! Hello! How are you doing? Can't see the timestamp at the moment, I'm afraid, because I'm using Restream. So that I can see both Discord... Sorry, not Discord. Both YouTube and... Twitch. Sorry, my mind is tired. It's past midnight, and things have been going wrong all day. I've got to find another one of those shields. hopefully this one's going to play ball and not come straight off onto my finger like the last one and turn into little pieces. I'll put them somewhere. Where are they? There they are. So yeah, if I'm doing stuff like this, I tend to be a little bit hyper focused, so I apologise if I do miss anybody.
It's because you're concentrating.
I used to have text to speech, but members of my community who happen to be moderators who I shan't name kept abusing the text to speech function, so I had to remove it.
We all know who it is.
He knows who he is. Yes, for those wondering why I may not be on Kick, which is my usual haunt, I'm afraid it's become too much of a hostile frontier for female streamers at the moment. Right, so the last one came off of my finger, but this one won't come off. Come on! Oh, yes it was. Mr. Hiding Under the Lonewolf Clan tag. I was doing an outro and every 2 seconds you were spamming it. I need a way to hold him still like that for a minute. Oh, we're not going to do it. Oh, no. Right. Let's stay. Right. I didn't know you could still hear it at that point. Really? It used to shout out your messages right across the stream. And I'd somehow not hear it on the monitor. Okay. Anyway, not being able to do an outro was the end of the text-to-speech. Hanging out on Mike Moans' stream. That was like, yeah, we're not letting someone by the certain name with beginning with a P do that either, so that doubly sealed its fate. Earth has happened to this brush. Looks like a cow's hoof. So we'll let those dry on and they can be varnished in the morning with everything else while we do a constant seal of weathering. Safe to say we definitely have enough logos on him to say, I'm a Dark Angel! Right, there you go, Urgent. Base only.
Right.
Dot there.
Wait, what? Pfizer is advertising on... I'm sorry. I as much as I'm pro-vaccine and pro-choice, Pfizer have a lot to answer for with what they've been doing to people. Did I just put the... I did. I put my red maple in there. Where's my red maples? There's one. I had 2 red maples out. Oh, the other one's a stippling brush. Right. That's my... Yeah, that's fine. That can go in there. That can go in there. That belongs in there. Okay, so where's the tube to this one? I know I saw it earlier. Paint.
That's going to need to find details, right, when you do that part. The Space Marine. His head.
What about it?
When you do his eyes and that. And
Already done his eyes.
the black.
Look more carefully. They're green, actually. What do you think I needed this horrible radioactive green for? Okay, so Twitch. Any ideas on who to raid? While I'm slowly packing up my gear here. Oh, I have to do something with my nostrils. That needs to come off because it actually needs to go on charge again. That didn't last long at all.
Yeah, it's charging all last night and all day.
That needs to go for wash, so that can stay there. Didn't even use wet palette in the end, so that doesn't need anything doing it to it. Do not bend envelope. Right. Okay. I asked if there's anyone would like me to raid tonight on Twitch. So I can see Kitty Crease is on, but I don't know if people want to go watch over on Star Wars. Because they're playing Star Wars The Old Republic PvP tonight.
Warzone.
Okay. Let's have a look, see. Oh, and let's before we leave, need to do another shout out for our good buddy.
Mikey Moan.
Okay, so let's have a look at who we're going to raid then. Make sure they're actually on. Right. That can shut up a minute so I can hear myself think. Doesn't mean that was done. No, it really was you, Kilo. It really was.
I know, it was there. It was annoying.
Okay, so let's go raid her then. Of course, it's got to the point now where folks are signing off faster than I can get a raid active.
Time of night, isn't it?
Yeah. So make sure to join this raid, folks. And those of you over on YouTube, I will see you Saturday for Game Challenge Night, which will be Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And those of you, and then on Sunday it'll be a random games night, and we'll be doing that. So I'll see you then. Is assuming, of course, my health doesn't play up, or weather doesn't do something, or we don't have massive tech issues, or something else comes up. But in those cases, please keep an eye on our Discord announcements and X, because that's where we actually call them up. It may not always be me, it may be someone on my behalf. So please make sure to check that out, and I will see you at the weekend. If not, Friday for Friday Night Frights with the gang. And I get the thing for, you know, leaving.
New follower.
Fright. Nope. Ending. There it is. All right. Good night, folks.